Is Floyd Shivambu going to Parliament or he is not going to Parliament? He's suspended pending a disciplinary hearing from the MKP party. That is as good guess as anyone can have. Yeah, rumors are flying around that Mr. Floyd Shivambu is not going to Parliament because he is summarily being suspended from the MKP party pending in disciplinary hearing. But that is, like I said, just rumors. Dumelang, welcome again to another video, emergency video, I might say, because you know when news come, you have to run and see how can you be able to get ahead of those news. Yeah, but it's not like this one is not about talking about him being suspended, because that, as I said, is still a rumor. I've contacted some of the MKP people that I know that are in the leadership here in Tshwane, and some of them are not picking up their phones, but then the one I got told me that, listen, I've seen letters as well. She has seen letters going around the social media, your WhatsApp groups, especially Pretoria WhatsApp group, MK groups. Jorge Floyd has been suspended from the party, and he is going to be, there's going to be a disciplinary hearing against him. And I just saw something on YouTube now as well that actually, that's why people I made this video. What if, you know, this lady and I released some inside information, and she was getting the charges, which some of them sound so frivolous, but I don't entertain that because I want to really get something concrete before I can actually go on air and put my reputation and this station online. Yeah, it is like that. So, like that. So from my insider that I asked, she said no. Before something can be put out there, Kgosi, in a statement or Ndlela himself saying something like that, we are not going to take it because we are going to see letters rolling around, but then until the leadership or the party itself hold its own press conference, which will have to put our ears on the ground to know, then that is when we can say officially, yes, Mr. Shivambu has been suspended, because it will be communicated to us as people. To welcome again. Here's another video which I wanted to do quickly so I can actually know the news comes to those really first you know how you know, you need to be informed of what's going on around our place in South Africa, around our political arena in South Africa. But anyway, something which has been confirmed beside the suspension of Floyd Shivambu, something which has been confirmed has been an article that I saw yesterday. This article is on an IOL. Mr. Shivambu has been excluded from the parliamentary list. More listing, as they said, he will be in the list. And then this article is published and then it's out there in the internet now, published, as you can see, 1 day ago by Tao Makwakwa and the other person next to them. Airing, he has been excluded, and then despite promising to redeploy the former MK Party Secretary General to the National Assembly, Floyd Shivambu does not currently appear on the party's list of parliamentary candidates unless the party reviews its list and removes certain existing names. What I've heard and I've seen on Twitter this morning, there are 58 in parliament now, but 9 seats, if I'm not mistaken, are not occupied. So I don't understand if it says some have to be removed from that. On Wednesday morning, the MK party, before their media briefing, confirmed that Shivambu's name has not yet been submitted for parliamentary consideration. So why then did they say Shivambu is going to go to parliament, whereas they haven't even confirmed that yet? I mean, I believe if an announcement that's going to be made public has to come, they need to make arrangements prior to whatever that's going to unfold in that announcement. Remember, I mean, if they're going to say to you, okay, listen, this person is going to parliament, he must already be in that list that goes to parliament. I don't want to say, are we going to now have the same thing of remember Nakole President Zuma, the president of South Africa, he said in Nhlanhla is going out to go to the BRICS Bank, whereas he was just removing him from being a finance minister, I believe, that time. So are we going to have the same thing that parties just announce stuff, say, listen, this was going to happen, but then there's nothing like that? I don't know if like that is exactly what we are going to have or going to see. No, this person is going there, but they're not going there anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Because I do believe and I do think that if it was more of they knew that, okay, we're going to remove this person, they must have had a meeting. We're going to remove this person, but then we're going to replace him. We're going to put him in parliament. So what do we do? Because I did a video on that, and I did speculate myself, say, okay, maybe they're going to remove Jimmy Manyi from his chief whip position, because it was rumored that Jimmy Manyi was removed as well from being a chief whip of the MK. So I thought maybe they're going to remove Manyi to put Floyd there. But then again, if he's not even in the list of going to parliament, I don't know. So if you want to reference like the response of Floyd, the video here, this one playing now on my is it my left? On the screen is my left, on my on the camera is my right. Just go check. I'll put the link in the description below, just for reference sake of what he responded by to the party after. Remember the history mover, he didn't mention anything, but then again, you do know, okay, what happened at the moment, because as I said in the intro, there's rumors flying around that he is suspended and he's pending disciplinary hearing, which I don't agree and I don't believe actually until MK itself makes an official statement and say, okay, fine, listen, now we are going to say to the public, South Africa public, Floyd Shivambu has been suspended, blah 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 blah. So let's go back to that article a little bit again. On Wednesday, he said this comes after weeks after Floyd was terminated from his position as Secretary General, following his unsanctioned visit to Shepherd Bushiri Church. Yesterday we did a video that he was responding to that, or why actually he went to Malawi. He said the party sent him to Malawi, but now he decided to go and see Mr. Bushiri without any authorization. Maybe that's why the party is actually talking about that at the moment. That listen, you were sent to Malawi to do something, but then you didn't do what you were sent to do. You went and did your own things. So it says, speaking to IOL, MKP spokesperson Samulo Ndlela said they were busy with the process of ensuring that the parliamentary list was submitted. Samulo dismissed claims that Shivambu was not on the list intentionally, but rather because they had to follow the parliamentary process. So, but then why announce such a big thing before you can even do the whole process? Why not just, put it on ice a little bit up until that process has been done? But then instead you rushed to announce, to make an announcement of saying this person is going to parliament, but then again you come and say, no, we're still waiting for the parliamentary processes to happen. How does that happen? How do you do that? Now it fuels all this speculation that says Veleganeti, he is suspended and is pending discipline here. We'll just have to wait for MKP to tell us actually what is going on. Yeah. And then he said, and I quote, "We are trying to fast track this process with the speaker. We are amending the list of people who should be in parliament at the moment," he said, end quote. When the Electoral Commission of South Africa opens the first window for candidate list nominations, which is set for June 6 to 12, which is today, the 12th is today, his name is anticipated to be on it. But then this morning we wake up to the news, rumors that Mr. Shivambu has been suspended from the MKP party, and then there's this hearing coming his way. However, sources within the MK party has informed IOL that the significant debates surrounding Shivambu's redeployment to parliament, with some members expressing their opposition to the move. A lot of comrades are uncomfortable working with him after the necessary changes he implemented shortly after being appointed as Secretary General. However, Zuma was kind enough to insist he is assigned to Parliament because many comrades wanted him removed from the organization. Yeah, so Zuma can have a parliament. Another source mentioned that even if Shivambu were to go to parliament, he is unlikely to last long, as those in influential positions view him as a threat. Shivambu, and I quote, that source says, Shivambu was aware of all the risks when he was appointed, and some influential figures did not take kindly to that. Yeah, so that is... Oh, okay. Other officials have welcomed the demotion of Shivambu and his redeployment to parliament. Although some people were relieved that the party leaders that the party's leader has been appointed. Several insiders warned that his tense ties with senior members might make him less effective in parliament. The party is getting ready to rearrange the list of parliamentary candidates at the time of the event. Since Shivambu has previously been on the list of economic freedom fighters, or the EFF, before deflecting to MK, he was not included in the MK list for general elections for the general elections in May 2024. You know what? Yeah. So, like I said, there's rumors now going around saying Kgosi Shivambu is being suspended from the MKP party, and he's pending investigation. So, like I said, I saw something on YouTube now. This lady is seriously, he's actually having the whole charge sheet. But like I said, I spoke to my source in the MKP and I asked them, listen, guys, what's happening? They said, no. Until something is officially communicated, they are not going to take it as it is like that, as it's official yet. Well, the lady said they saw letters going around in WhatsApp groups, especially around Pretoria WhatsApp MK groups, and then letters that are alluding to that suspension of Floyd Shivambu. So we'll have to put our ear on the ground, guys. You have to put our ear on the ground and see if Floyd Shivambu has been suspended from the MKP party, and he's pending disciplinary hearing. And then what will be the future of Shivambu from now on? He's going to come back to the EFF? I mean, Malema did say he is welcome to come back, but then again, people say, no, how will more EFF? So you don't know. So, like I said, for me, I think this is an own goal, Shivambu. Unfortunately, it's his own goal. He shouldn't have gone to Bushiri. He should have just went to Malawi to do what he was supposed to do, if whatever he said was true, and then come back from Malawi, and then that's it. He didn't have to go anywhere else. He just have to go and see Joyce Banda and other people that he was supposed to see, and then that's it. You understand? So him now going an extra mile to Bushiri unsanctioned brought him to this place. I love this man with everything. I love him because he's one of the young leaders that actually stood their ground and really made a difference in a lot of young people's lives. But this own goal of his, I don't know how to feel about it. But for now, it is an own goal. Shivambu is not just an ordinary member like me, or any other person that can be a member of the ANC or whatever. He's an SG of number 3rd biggest party in this country. So whatever that he does will always have consequences, will always have stuff that will happen, and that will consequences that will come after doing it. He should have known better. I hope maybe this is just rumors that he's been suspended. I hope that it's just rumors, because we are losing another serious leader. And I hope if he's not suspended, he is being put into this parliamentary list, and he's going to go to parliament and do what he has to do in parliament. So I do believe that, because now, like I said yesterday in the video I posted yesterday, there's knives out for Shivambu. There is knives out for him. The people want him gone. People want him gone. They don't want to see him anymore. EFF people are just waiting with bated breath. Yeah, we told you, you're not going to do this. We told you. And I queen. So I just hope, now personally, as a person, I'm not a member of any party at the moment. There's party which I support with votes, but I'm not a member of that party. I just hope that it's not actually true that Shivambu really is being suspended, but we'll just put our ears on the ground and see, okay, guys, and then we'll take it from there. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. Let's just put our ears on the ground and then we'll see. So I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Sharp.